Hey guys, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I wanted to make a budget cadaver team because I saw many people liked my video about easy to build cadaver team, but many also wrote I don't have Lanarkis, I don't have the legendaries in your comp, so now I thought I will make a budget version. So we can't play this cadaver team without a legendary because we have to use a Brockney. Brockney is the only one right now who can extend the shields, and yeah, so he has to be in the comp. If you don't have a Brockney, you should not look for. Okay, he's further up. That was my second Brockney. Here my first Brockney is. That's my first Brockney. I just pulled a 3-star blessing for him today, so that's fine. Brockney has to be fast, good attack stats here, good damage stats, and I built all my champs so they have enough resistance that they don't get the buff stealing. Here you can see the stats with my Hydra Great Hall. Yeah, so you can't play without Brockney. Sorry to say, if you don't have him, that's the only legendary you really need in this comp. So yeah, then I used, let's find them here. I of course used my Cadaver. You can play the Cadaver team without the Cadaver, but you can see here I have no real damage increase here. I just have the resistance, so I can get enough resist on him. He should be the slowest in the comp. You can see here my stats with my Great Hall, so that's the thing to aim for here. And then I use Godseeker Aniri. I think I use my first here. And she's only there because of her buff extension. If you have other buff extension champs, you can use them. I will show you how to find out if you have any. Here my stats for Hydra: as fast as possible and enough resistance to resist. For finding your champs, you can go in here, go down on other effects, and you can take the positive effects. And finding increasing buff duration here. Then you will press this button and you can say here you want from all your. So now you can see all your champs which have this. Of course you have to find someone who can do it for the whole team. And yeah, I also use this guy. He's in a curse set, so I can get cursed out for getting hex. Yeah, and he has no masteries. And you can see the stats here and the stats with the Hydra battles: as fast as possible and enough resistance. That's the most important thing here for me. And the third buff extender I use is Sandlash Survivor. She has her buff extension here, so that's fine. Also no masteries yet. You can see her stats here and the stats in Hydra battle. You can see again enough resistance and enough as much speed as possible. Yeah, and then I switched out my Lydia for also a defense down. Here, Uko. I put her in my super duper great curse set for putting out some hex. And you can see her stats here. That's the Hydra stats, enough accuracy to get out her debuffs, and of course enough resistance and as much speed as possible. Yeah, I think you could do it even more budget, but I sadly don't have him. You can go to the Demon Spawn and look if you have this guy, then you'll have 2 rares in there. Many people use him for the Infinity comp also. He has the buff extension. Is it here or is it here? Yeah, here increased buff extension. And I even think he will be nice because he will also put out a weak version of course, but everything can help you with the damage. So I already tried that comp, but I don't want to play it to the end because the Hydra Clash is not active right now, as you can see here. But I will show you how to set it up, how you can run it, and I have played to the point where I can one-shot every head, so I know it's possible. But of course I don't want to play the whole 1.5 hour when I know I can't not log it in. And of course for my clan I will put in my better team with the Lydia and Lanicus. But I have tried it and I know that it is possible to do. I was also a bit unlucky, and that can happen for everyone, that my cadaver was the second to get devoured. Normally if he's the third in line, I managed to be that far in the process that I can one-shot everything all the time. So yeah, but he was the second to get devoured, and that's why I stopped the run here. So let's see if I can do it again. I figured out that I will start with extending a lot and not to debuff yet. I'm just attacking the head here, so he will use his single cleanse. And now I will buff my Brockney, and I will put out these. And of course our cadaver is not doing anything right now. And now we are debuffing as good as possible. Extending our buffs. And now we're starting to grow the shield. You can see it's a major jump here for the shield. And now he is confused because he got his shield got knocked down. So I think that's the best way to start. Of course it's very annoying that we have the Head of Torment, but yeah, it is what it is. And now you're just just grinding as good as possible, trying to get some hacks out. It's the same thing as in my easy to build cadaver team. Now it's just the same thing all the way through. Your Brockney will always be the first to get devoured because he has the highest crit damage probably in your squad. So yeah, he will always be the first to get devoured, but we will work our way around that. He will just get buffed again, and then his damage is easier to get built up. We only need the buffs from Anchoroid and the buffs from himself, and then he's fit to go again. He has the full damage again. So let's see if we can get rid of him. Not yet. You can see the damage is not quite where we want it to be. But yeah, now it's just a process to... okay, we got... we got feared here, so probably we are going to lose one shield here, but we can work our way around that. I think it also happened to me in my previous test. It's because of the Head of Torment, and it's just annoying. But you can see here we will lose our one buff, but it's not that critical for us. I will put on a shield again here. But yeah, now you just have to cruise the whole way through and really hope not that the cadaver not is the second one. Okay, we lost one extinction again to the Head of Torment here, and that can be an annoying thing. But you can see we still have two buffs on here, so now we yeah, The head of our Torment will get eaten soon. But I really hope that our cadaver is ready to pick him up again out of the devouring. So yeah, we have to extend the buffs here. That's very important. You can start the run from scratch when he loses his shield, and it can happen sometimes. It also happened to me in the start when I was trying to learn how to play this comp here. So I think for me in the start from the cadaver, it took me about 4 or 5 days to learn how to play this team efficiently. So just because you don't get to run all the 1,500 runs in the first try, it does not mean that you're failing with the cadaver team, but you really have to figure out how to use it properly. And that takes some time, and you have to find out how your team works. Yeah, so I think that's the most important thing, that you get your team running. And of course we are a bit it's a bit annoying that the Head of Torment cost us so many buff extinctions. So that will be a little problem for us maybe in this run. But you get the idea, and I swear to you, I played it through to the point where I could kill everybody with one shot. So it is possible. Just because this run fails for me, it's not necessarily that this is not a viable comp. And of course it will make less damage than the Lanarkist, because we don't have our ally attack from Lanarkist, so that's of course one thing that will cost us some damage. But yeah, if you don't have a Lanarkist and you don't have a Lydia yet, then it's maybe fine that you just make 1 billion points instead of 2 billion points. 1 billion points are better than the normals. So yeah, now you can see the Brockney is devoured again. But we are still fighting hard to to keep our buffs up here. See, our problem is that many of the buff extensions are AoE attacks. So they will always hit the Head of Torment, and that's of course very annoying. But it is try and error, and you also have to have some luck in between here. So let's see if the cadavers, yeah, he is hitting hard enough to get the first out. And you can see here I really want to buff again, but I have, yeah, we really have some problems here with keeping up the buffs, but it is possible. I think when I stopped the last run, my cadaver was up on 14 stacks for every buff, so it is possible to get there. But yeah, the Head of Torment has been quite a bitch for us this run. So now we will take out this one. Yeah, we have no buff extension here. We got here's one. So our Brockney is up and running again. We also have a nice little cleanse here from Uko when the Head of Torment has feared some of our important champs. So that's also nice. You can see here we are starting to ramping up the damage, but we are a bit ahead now from the buffs. And you can see we are lucky that now it's Aniri who's the second to get devoured. Let's put out some more damage. I really want to have Hex on Head of Torment, because you can then you can kill him slowly through the Hex, and that's please. Okay, this time it works. We also have a nice little cleanse from Anchorite here, so that's also very nice for the Hydra. And yeah, you can see here we are just getting the whole game starting here. Of course I attacked the heads because they give us more damage, and you can see here our cadaver is about to start ramping up his damage. And yeah, so I will play a bit more and ramble a bit about what I'm doing here, and now you can see we are starting to get a bit better control over the situation. But the start looked very rough, and probably we lost a bit of damage there because we could not probably ramp up our shield there. But yeah, it's not ideal always, and there will be some points in the whole run where you have to use some abilities when they are not the greatest to use, but yeah, that's an if you're not 100% speed tuned, it's very hard to do that. That Ukko's defense down always fits with the Brogni's AoE shield grow attack. So yeah. The most important thing is that you get the shield bigger, and that you have the possibility to extinct the buffs. So increase the duration of the buffs, of course, I mean. You have to be so concentrated while playing this mode here. So I'm always a bit. It's a bit hard for me to talk all the time. But of course it's not that interesting for you guys to watch a video where I'm just playing and not explaining what I'm doing. So of course I'm trying to do my very best playing and explaining. So now we can get a proper shield grow here, I think. Yeah, see, that was a good thing for the shield. And now you can see we have a bit more space to spare here with the buff extension. Yeah, so now we are a bit more on the safe side, I would say. And I would like to cleanse my champs here. Let's take out him. But you can see now it's up and running. It was a bit of a rough start. But I would also say many people asked me to help them with their Hydra team, and I also logged into some of my viewers and clanmates accounts. And this is a gear check for you, because he has a fine account and no problem, but the guy I am referring to simply did not have good enough gear to pull this off. Especially when you don't have resistance enough on your champs. I think that's a huge pain in the butt, because I really tried to make a team for him and make it work. But the problem was that his buff got stolen all the time. Even when I have enough resistance on our cadaver, the problem was that the head that steals the head of mischief, that steals your buffs, also stole things like block debuff, and then I couldn't get any damage off at all because of I couldn't place my debuffs, and that was simply so destructive. So I really think it's a proper gear check here. Even Hydra normal is hard to pull off. For me it was very hard to find the right gear and the right champions. And yeah, so it's not just because you have the champions you can pull this off, because I really think you also have to have fast gear, and some of the champs need accuracy, and you have to find gear with curse gear so you can get your hex out. And it's not easy to build these teams, and just because I call my video a budget and easy to build, it's easy and budget for what you're trying to achieve. If you're a mid-game player, I don't think you have to sit down and try this, because probably your gear is not good enough for this. Oh, that was bad timing here, but yeah, we are still getting our... Okay, see, now we have the problem that Cadaver is third again, but I really think we should be able to get where we can one-shot most of the heads before he gets devoured. I know it's possible, and yeah, but it's a hard grind with this game mode here, especially when you want to do the Cadaver team or the Infinity teams with the even higher up. It's hard and it takes a lot of time. So if you don't enjoy playing Hydra and you don't really want to help your clan progressing, then this is it's simply a waste of time for you. I do not enjoy playing Hydra. I really think it's annoying, especially because it's how it is right now. So even though I really do my very best to get some points for my clan, then I'm still not able to fight against those really good clans. So that's, I think it's simply annoying that a clan like mine get beaten so hard by one player. One player with a good affinity comp here can beat a whole clan. And I think that's simply not balanced, and I really don't like to play this mode, but I really like to help you playing this mode, because it's a lot funnier to play this mode when you're also doing a great amount of damage and you can participate and help your clan. So that's my motivation. Of course, I really like your support for my channel also, and of course I'm very happy with all the views and all the likes and the comments. I think my last video with the easy Cadaver build gave a lot of likes and a lot of views, and it's my best performing video, and I really enjoyed to read all the comments and try to help people. So yeah, I really enjoy that, and I like to stay in contact with people when they have questions, and they also can go to my my Discord. I will try to answer all the things you write there, but you have to tag me, so I'm not that often on my own Discord, so it's not always that I see that something happens there. Yeah, so if you want something from me on Discord, then please tag me in the Discord so I have a chance to see that someone is writing to me. So you can see here one shot, so that's where we want to go. Okay, he did not one shot here, so that was a bit annoying. But we are about to be there. The hardest head is the head of Suffering. He has the highest defense, so he's the hardest one to one shot. So if you're able to one shot him, then you are where I want to be. Yeah, let the shield grow. So yeah, that's practically it. You can see we are coming closer and closer to the point where we can one-shot the whole squad here. But yeah, I don't want to play it any further because I think it's a giant waste of time. And maybe with this comp, because we don't have the ally attack, and so you have to be lucky and get your couple cadaver down to get devoured in the fourth time. But you can stop early. You can see I only spent 20 minutes, and if you can see after 10 minutes that your cadaver's number 2 to get devoured, stop the run, start over again, and maybe you have to start and stop. But if you first are at the point where you can one-shot all the heads, then you can keep going and going and going, and yeah, this comp will work. I have played it further than that, but yeah. If you have any questions, down in the comments, I will try to answer all the questions for you, and I will also answer questions on the Discord. So I'm very, very happy that you watched that long, because it's a long video already, 26 minutes. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.